Hey Sofrito Lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you this week's mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. The Bronx is the home of hip hop and salsa. I am bringing you some delicious enchiladas de pollo con salsa verde, some I was about to say red rice and beans. I'm sorry, some Mexican yellow rice and some frijoles negros. I would call them habichuelas negras, but that's because I'm Boricua. From a little mom and pop spot about one train stop away called Las Maravillas Mexicanas. This is not the first time I've ever done this mukbang. Some of you might be thinking, damn, Ben only does Mexican enchilada mukbangs. Yes, I do. So, Frito Lovers, I hope you're doing well. Touching base with you. Life is good. Work is good. La comida está buena. The food is good. Just touching base. Hoping you guys are doing well. Last week was a little crazy, so there was no videos last week. But today was a good day. Today was a mental health day. I needed some physical and mental respite from work, so I took the day off, took a sick day. I needed to rest my legs, rest my foot, rest my brain. A lot going on this weekend. This weekend was probably, oh my God, I'm choking on my own food. I'm washing all of this down with some delicious strawberry watermelon Crystal Light. Okay, mi gente. This past weekend, I had the most active weekend I've had since before the you-know-what. Just to preface this, I don't know if you guys have taken note, but I have been very slow to transition into life. New York City is moving like gangbusters to try to return to normal as though there's no global you-know-what. Trying to just increasing indoor venues, and now allegedly in the next couple of days we don't have to wear masks if we're already vaccinated. New York is like trying to do this meteoric rise towards normalcy, for good and bad. Your boy has been taking things very slowly. It has been in the past month and a half that I've been getting back onto the trains. There's people who've been riding the subways all year long. When I get on the subway, which I've only been doing for the last month and a half, and I've only done it 3 times, I double mask. I make sure to stay away from people. If it gets too crowded in a car, I leave. I don't trust all these people that are on the honor system about being vaccinated and all that. I just don't. I'm a jaded New Yorker. I'm a cynical New Yorker. I don't think so. I'm not trusting none of these folks around here. But this weekend I had to take a leap of faith, and on Sunday I decided I needed to go downtown and run some of those errands that I used to run back in the day before all of the craziness. Went down to Chelsea, which is a neighborhood downtown known for being a gayborhood, a queer space. Not really all that queer anymore, but I went down there because there's certain shops and stores that I've always supported, and even free queer literature that I love, that I'm tired of reading on my phone. I want to hold the newspaper, Gay City News. I think it should be Queer City News, but they like calling it gay. Quick aside. I went downtown, went to that neighborhood. I also was curious to see how many shops and stores have been able to survive. And unfortunately, a lot of places downtown shut down. I mean, it was a little bit hard for me to remember whether some of these places shut down before the global catastrophe or was it because of it. But there were a lot of storefronts of places that I remember that shut down. It was kind of hard to see that. Some restaurants, some, craft stores and the like. I'm a bodegueros kid. I grew up in a family business, so I'm really all about cooperative economics, local community economics, support your bodegas, support your local mom and pops, So going down there and seeing, big business, big chains and all of that still kind of surviving, but the mom and pop place is gone. That was rough to see. So I spent some time in Chelsea, then I walked across 14th Street from 8th Avenue over to Gramercy Park where Union Square is. And Union Square is just a place that's it has a very special emotional, place in my heart. It's symbolic of a lot for me. So I love Union Square. I was at Union Square for May 1st for the May Day rally, but there were so many people there amongst all the different May Day activities that I couldn't really enjoy Union Square and look around. I went on Sunday, I crossed that long 14th Street divide and went over to Union Square and again, got to see what shops, stores, and restaurants survived I know we're not supposed to say the P word anymore. I just spat everywhere all over myself. Which survived the global the global catastrophe. Again, it was rough. Lots of nice, small, cool shops went down. My Staples is still there. And my Barnes and Nobles is still there, but there are a couple of little nice places that I used to love that are gone. And totally permanent gone. They've got the signs, retail space for rent. It's rough. This whole economic situation has been rough. And, New York is one of those cities that changes. If you ever lived in New York and moved away for any significant amount of time, when you come back, a lot has changed. A lot changes and change is the name of the game. But it's hard because I think about those people, those families, those workers. It'd be amazing if there were an actual economic plan to help those people. I mean, we can save banks, we can save large corporations, real estate, we can save all of that. But mom and pop places, small business, good luck. A lot to think about. But I went to my comic book store, which is right off of Union Square. Luckily, it's still there. The Strands Books, which has been in that location for like decades, is still open. So it was great. Usually before all the insanity occurred, I would go downtown, go to that area, go to my little mom and pop shops, go to my comic book store, go to Strand, go to Staples, go to all, run my errands, go to certain places, pick certain things up, spread the money, spread the economic support and love. And now that's has changed because of everything that's happened. My own want to protect myself, my own need, want, and desire not to ride public transportation as much and not to go downtown, which was another thing that blew my mind, is that it was a Sunday afternoon running around the city and tons and tons and tons of people not wearing masks. Are all those people really vaccinated? But everyone wants to run around. Everyone wants normalcy, which is normal. It's normal to want normalcy, but the collective need to protect each other should outweigh people's individualistic need for normalcy. But that's just me. I get it. I hate having to put all these precautions on. But I want to safeguard myself and safeguard others around me. And that to me is more important than my individual right to wear a mask or not to wear a mask. But again, that's just me. You know, a lot of Karens in New York City. Lots of Karens downtown New York City. Actually, 10-second Karen story. I actually thought I was going to see a Karen moment in one of the little stores that I go into, where this Karen was starting, who wasn't wearing a mask, was starting to get into her right to not to have to wear a mask. And an African-American security guard was like, look, we've got signs everywhere. You wear a mask or you get out. You wear a mask or you get out, lady. And he was like, please, I will escort you out or we will call the NYPD. We have the right to deny you service. She started getting a little mouthy. He got up into her face. She put on the mask, made a big deal about it, made a big deal about putting on the mask, picked up one thing, paid for it, and walked out. It all happened so fast, I didn't have time to take out my camera, my phone, and record all of it. I wanted to do a Karen's Gone Wild type of thing. It resolved itself somewhat peacefully, but definitely not quietly. Karen was mad. You know, get over it. Wear the damn mask. But it was a big step towards normalcy to go downtown and see my spaces and see what survived and what didn't. On Saturday, because all of that was on Sunday, on Saturday I took a huge hike with David across Washington Heights up into Inwood, messed up my foot a little bit, which is why, and yesterday's excursion as well continued to mess that up because, I was thinking I'll be fine. It hurts a little bit. I still went downtown, ran around, got home, and my feet were swollen, ankle hurting. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to work tomorrow. I should have stayed off of it like I was told to, but I didn't want to listen. Washington Heights, we hiked from the beginning of Inwood on Dyckman Avenue, and walked this gigantic circle. My hubby loves nature. He loves parks. He's a California hippie dude. I am not. I'm a city boy. I like cement, concrete, and steel far more than I like grass, trees, and flowers. But it was kind of beautiful. I gotta give it. It was a great day of walking and moving around in nature. With me, one planet, all pavement, but that's just me. We had a good walk. Messed up my foot, and then on Sunday, I messed it up even worse, but still it was great. Hiking was good. Moving around the city. This really was truly the most active weekend I've had since early 2020. Moving around, walking around, public transportation all over the parks, masked up. I love to practice social distancing. I don't want people around me anyway. Listen, 10 years from now, when hopefully all of this is over, I'm still gonna want people 6 feet away from me. There's some people in my personal and professional life that I'm like 6 feet away, go away. It's just the way it is, but it was a good mental health day. I'm finishing it off with a fantastic Mexican dinner. This is delicious. These enchiladas today salieron por la maceta, tan buena. Sofrito Lovers, just checking in, making sure you guys know I'm all right. Go out there, go have some culinary adventures, wear your mask, get vaccinated, do what you got to do to stay safe and keep others safe, como siempre. Mucho, mucho amor.